gets a weekend off, and he's at a motor race again. But I know you've come to support your brother, right?
Yeah, actually, you know, my brother's racing this weekend, and I've never been to Monza. It's quite a unique track with a lot of history, so just come hang out for the weekend. We got a few events going on for Ducati, being that we have the Ducati weekend coming up in a couple of weeks in Monza, which is quite a big deal, so promoting that a bit, doing a couple little things, and watching some motorcycle racing, so it's not so bad.
And you're not missing out on your fitness. I saw you out on your bicycle this morning.
Yeah, was out there in the little bit damp, but it's all good. Got a little bit of fitness in, and you know, I enjoy being at the track and stuff. And this place is really quite a unique track. You know, you see it on TV, but it's a little bit different in person. So, yeah.
Well, we talked to Roger Lee the other week, and he was saying how tough and baptism of fire it all was for him. But I guess you've been in his corner this weekend. It's not going to be easy from where he stands, coming to new tracks and all the rest of it.
Yeah, he's certainly up against it. He struggled a bit so far this season, but he you know, he knew it was going to be tough. You know, his bike and team, you know, they're trying hard, but they're a little bit behind it. You know, they didn't get to do a lot of testing, and the budgets, obviously, they ain't got the big budget like some of these teams, but they're a really passionate group and working hard, but, you know, it's a little bit tough. I mean, last weekend, some people raced his bike here at this race in the local Italian championship, so you know, that's certainly tough, but he's learning a lot, and actually he's in really good spirits, even though, you know, he's probably not just loving life. Running around at the back ain't no fun for anybody, especially when you're used to being up front. But, you know, I think he's enjoying this experience and probably coping with it better than I thought, as far as, you know, the struggle and being so new. So he was in Jerez last weekend, and, you know, I hadn't seen him much this year, so we've got to hang out quite a bit last couple weeks, and it's good fun. You know, me and my brothers were all really tight, so we've had a few good laughs.
Generally, Team Hayden is kicking ass around the world, it seems, at the moment. You've got your brother in America, obviously, Tommy, and you yourself seem to have finally got to grips with that Ducati.
Yeah, finally, man, having fun. You know, being up near the front certainly makes life a lot more enjoyable on and off the bike, and I got a good feeling at the moment. Team has worked really hard to support me and help get me comfortable this year. You know, it's not like really the bike is so different from last year. It's just a combination of things. Certainly been catching a couple little breaks, getting things going our way, and Tommy's got his first win of the year, and, you know, pretty much been on the podium every week, or except one race, so he's solid, and yeah, you know, it's so far so good for the boys.
Just to keep you honest, we sent our champion, you might have noticed him, a certain Ben Spees. I know you're a good friend of his.
Yeah, Ben is, you know, came over to make life harder on us every year. You know, it's like, that's what I love about MotoGP. I mean, it's one or two of the hottest guys. I mean, you would say him and Simoncelli were the two hottest guys in the world last year, not in MotoGP. And every year they come in there, and, you know, he's been solid. You know, he's did wild card races before, but this is his first full year. And, I mean, yeah, we expected him to be tough, and I'm sure we'll see him on the podium real soon.
I had a quick chat with Norm DeWitt, who follows all of the racing very closely and knows the Americans, of course, especially well. And we were talking about you, and he said, you know, when you get comfortable, you get dangerous. Is that how you feel? When I say dangerous, I mean to your opponents. But I mean, is that the case? I mean, do you feel now comfortable enough to start really challenging Casey, Rossi, and everybody? Well,
I certainly want to get in that group. I mean, I know I have the package, I have the team, I have the bike, everything around me. It's up to me to deliver. But you know, I've had two pretty good results, but I'm not going to start talking any smack yet, you know. I mean, that's only 2 races in a long season, so we need to be up there every week. But certainly, you know, I feel good and comfortable and having fun, so hopefully we can close that gap to the next group, though it gets harder, you know. Those last couple tenths right now that I'm missing, those are the hardest ones to get. So, you know, we got to figure out where it's going to come from. But, you know, we have a good way and know where we need to improve and how we need to improve. So everything is coming along good for us. We're going to Le Mans next, which is, you know, in my history is my worst track in GP. You know, I think it's the only track I've never had a front row or podium. So that'll be tough. But I'm really looking forward to the rest of the summer.
Finally, I know it's you're on holiday, but you've had a chance to see World Superbikes. Would you like to get out there and mix it with them one day?
You know, any race, you're there watching, you know, it's cool to be here because my brother's watching, but even though it's been raining and cold and the conditions you really aren't ideal, it's still hard for me to be here watching everybody lining up. You know, I want to be riding. So I did Laguna one year as a wild card. You know, I'm want to be in GP. That's my home. I mean, it's not a bad paddock here. I certainly respect these guys, but who knows what could happen down the road. But right now, I want to make sure I'm in MotoGP for some more years, and preferably on the same team and running up front.
Well, listen, thanks for talking to us. Enjoy it, and get your brother up that grid.
Yeah, we're gonna work on it. As soon as I heard your voice, I was like, I know this guy from somewhere. I've heard your voice around a lot, so yeah, good chatting with you. Take it easy.
Likewise. Thanks a lot.
All right.